Which is the Web3 house for digital luxury, and we were involved in NFTs and Metaverse. Just so you have a little bit of background on myself, I actually come from a pure luxury background. I used to work for LVMH, Hermes, and Richemont, so I kind of did all of the luxury groups. And now I'm on this adventure, Web3 adventure with Exclusible. So I'm sure you're all aware of the digital revolution that's happening right now, and Web3 is really representing a massive opportunity for those brands in terms of creating value for their brand, creating value for their consumers, and really enhancing any experience that they will give forward. So at Exclusible, we have 3 main verticals. So the first one is that we are an NFT marketplace specifically dedicated to luxury brands. So you will see it's a lot more qualitative, a lot more elegant than most marketplaces. Then we have a Metaverse vertical where we build in the Metaverse and where we do activations in the Metaverse. And then finally, the third vertical is that Exclusible has its own big community and it's becoming a brand on its own. So we've done our own NFT projects, we've done our own Metaverse activations, and we're really looking forward to collaborating as a brand with more Web2 brands as well. So just so that you understand how we see NFTs at Exclusible, so for us, it's a way for brands to increase their awareness. It's a way to interact with new clients, and actually we don't say clients anymore, we say we build a community for that brand. Obviously, we also expand the customer base because now they will be able to tap into millennials, but especially Gen Z. And obviously, it's also a new source of revenue for brands. That's very interesting. And we see NFTs as the product of the Metaverse, and the Metaverse the experience for that. So at Exclusible, we don't do pure speculative NFTs. We always attach incredible utilities to our NFTs. So it can be, special access to Metaverse experiences or physical experiences, in-store experiences, or even limited edition products. Really, the sky is the limit in terms of what kind of utilities we attach to the NFTs, but we will always bring value to the customers. Now, this is what I was saying, is that before with brands, we were talking about products and a customer, and now we're talking about the NFTs and a community. And so we really help the brands understand that the NFT wallet is actually the new CRM program for them. So they're able to have a segmentation like they currently do. They currently have their VIPs, their prospects, their new buyers. So with the NFT wallet, they can have a new kind of segmentation and target people according to the NFTs they own. So I was saying that the first vertical was our marketplace. So basically, we have a more qualitative, more elegant marketplace. So when a brand comes with us, they will have their own brand page, their own NFT page, their own drop page. And our philosophy when we created Exclusible is that luxury brands would never sell their physical product on eBay or Amazon. So why would they sell their NFTs on a marketplace that looks like an eBay? So that's why we wanted to have something that's a lot more qualitative, where they can express their DNA and their storytelling. And the thing is, we have a community already. I will give you a bit more figures on the community afterwards, but our community is very Web3 oriented. There are already NFT buyers, but we know luxury brands will want to onboard their traditional clients into that new ecosystem. So that's why we're trying to find ways for brands to onboard those traditional clients and bridge the gap that we see, because you still have people who don't have crypto wallets that are scared to go into that space. So we really want to take all those barriers away. So first example is that we accept payment by card, so people don't need a crypto wallet to buy our NFTs. Then one thing that really, really worked on our latest drops is the prepayment. So basically, we all know that VIPs, for example, who buy or who are already clients of the luxury brands, they are not going to wait, a Saturday at 5 p.m. to mint an NFT. So with the prepayment option, they're able to secure the NFTs prior to the drop, they can pay in card or in crypto, and this also makes sure that they can avoid gas wars. So that's a feature that has been really, really well received. Then we work on strategies that are drive-to stores or drive-to e-com strategies, meaning that we know that the brands will want to understand those new clients, will want to get them in their more traditional CRM programs. And so when you have NFTs that are linked to experiences in stores or experience, special in real life events, then people are, happy to interact directly with the brand and give a bit more information on them and actually be back into the more traditional CRM system of the brand. Same with drive to e-commerce. We actually just developed a token-gated e-commerce, so it's very easy to use. You just verify that you have the NFT, and then you have access to the products that you're allowed to buy because you have that NFT. We also have a concierge service where we do VIP onboarding. So, we explain the crypto wallet, we explain how a drop works. So that's also something luxury brands are really much interested in. And finally, chat rooms. So this is something in development, but, luxury brands, they are very particular about their image, and Discord is not necessarily a platform they like to use, even though we tell them, in Web3, this is a must. You have to interact with Discord, but so we're trying to find ways for them to engage with their NFT holders in a more elegant way. Now, this is just to say that at Exclusible, we are completely agnostic in terms of tech, so we work with any blockchain that a brand would want to work, or even any metaverse, so we're really agnostic when it comes to that. So just to tell you a bit more now about some use cases and the projects we've already done. So when Exclusible started, we did our own drop, which is called the Alpha Drop. It was 3,000 NFTs that sold out in less than 48 hours, and we generated $2.4 million. So you need to see this as a VIP membership card where people who own those NFTs will have priority access to any brand drop that we'll do in the future. And people who manage to collect all the colors of the alphas and make a set, we gave them for free the one you see on the screen right now, the gold version, which is the SIA, which would be like a VVIP membership card. Usually the SIA was given for free, but usually it averaged around 10K on the secondary market. So it just really shows the strengths of the project from the beginning. And then we started to work with actual luxury brands. So we started with this very niche watch brand called Wimoine. We sold out 1,000 NFTs in 7 minutes. So when I say 7 minutes, we opened 30 minutes before to our Alpha and SIA community because they get priority. And then when we open to public, we sold out in 7 minutes. We always we tend to attach digital and physical utilities. So for example, with this drop, people got a special AR filter, they got the Apple Watch face, and there were also 2 real watches that there was a contest and they could win those 2 watches that are worth more than 20K. So what's really interesting in that drop, which also shows again the strengths of the original project, is that almost 60% of buyers were repeat buyers from our Alpha community. So this shows how engaged our community is. This was a generative project, by the way, so it means like every visual NFT was unique for the 1,000 NFTs. Then we did Amedeo, which is a jewelry brand, again, generative project, and also attached to amazing digital and physical utilities. What's very cool is that this jewelry line was purely created for NFTs, but now people who own the NFT, they can go to Amedeo and ask for that NFT into a physical jewelry. So the digital creativity impacted the actual product. Now, a very, very cool drop we did was with Bugatti. So Bugatti and Asprey partnered, and basically they had the whole concept ready. So it was an NFT that was attached to a sterling silver sculpture, like physical sculpture made by Asprey. And they came to us because they were like, okay, we have the concept, but we need to sell it, right? And so the hardest part with NFTs obviously is to sell. And we have the community specifically engaged for these kinds of projects, for the luxury projects. So that's why we call community as a service. They gave us half of the supply. We didn't even go into public sale. Like everything was oversubscribed before going to public sale, basically. Very cool also is that there was one very unique piece that went at auction to Philips because it was considered contemporary art. So that was a beautiful project. Now Hogan is an example of a full activation where basically they did the NFT drop and then they also did Metaverse activation. So during the Decentraland Fashion Week, we did a pop-up in that Metaverse with them. We also did the official after party of that Metaverse, and we did the first Metaverse concert of Bob Sinclair in Decentraland. And they did also a retail activation. So what happened is that they trained all the staff worldwide to make sure that if somebody who identified themselves as an NFT holder was coming in the store, the staff would know how to have the right language and would know that they are owed a surprise because people who bought the NFT had the surprise in store. So amazing activation from a brand where it's like NFT, Metaverse, and retail activations. And actually, this is part of the TOTS group. The CEO loved it so much that he decided to order, because there were 5 digital artists that were involved in that drop, he decided to have those 5 super crazy cool digital sneakers to be created in real life and be exhibited in Milan. So now, from this drop, we are entering the bear market. So we still had great successes. So Christophe drop, we did sold out in 5 minutes. Again, there are digital and physical utilities. We are going to do a quest in Sandbox for people who hold it. And they have that's also one brand we tested, the token-gated e-commerce. So like only people who have that NFT have access to the product. So that was interesting. And another one we did was Frédéric Constant, another watch brand. Our community seems to love watch brands. And again, very interesting drop because there are different rarity levels in it. So, earlier I was talking about CRM and how you can use NFTs to do segmentation. So this brand with their first drop is literally already starting a segmentation with different rarity levels. Now, more on the Metaverse side. So we work in different Metaverses. So in Sandbox, we own 1.8 million worth of land on which we've built luxury real estate that I will show you a little bit after. In Decentraland, we don't build, but we've done brand activation. So like I was saying, the pop-up or the Bob Sinclair concert in Decentraland. NFT World, we bought land, but we haven't yet announced what we'll be building. And one Metaverse that we're super excited that we're working with is Spatial, and I will show you a little bit more right after. So in Sandbox, we've done luxury villas and private islands. So we sold out 150 villas and 25 private islands. Those islands were only open to celebrities and high net worth individuals. So that's why you're seeing right now Sarah Sampaio, the former Victoria's Secret model. And you're also seeing, for example, Marco Verratti, the PSG football star. So remember in the beginning how I was saying we always try to bring value to our community, the people who own the Alpha and the Thea. Well, basically, Marco Verratti organized a very exclusive dinner party in Paris, and we invited 10 people from our Thea community. So we always try to reward them, and we also organize our own in real life events. We did, a party during the film festival in Cannes. Again, we invited our community. So, as I said, always reward the community. Now you're going to see a little video of the main island that we sold in Sandbox. Okay, so we know that not all the brands will want to work in sandbox because, as you can see, the aesthetics is pixelized, right? So it's wanted from sandbox. But we know some luxury brands, it's not in their DNA and that's not what they're looking for. So that's why we're also working with more photorealistic metaverses like Spatial. So Spatial, we launched the exclusible penthouses. So we sold the 2,500 penthouses with different views. So you had Paris, Miami, Las Vegas, Dubai, and New Caledonia. What's amazing with this product is that you can use it immediately. So that's really cool because there's a lot of products out there that you can't use yet. Whereas people who bought the penthouses, basically, I call it the Zoom on steroids because you can invite 50 people in your penthouse. You have an avatar, but you can activate a webcam above your avatar so you can have also a direct live conversation with people. So you can use it to do your team meetings, you can use it to do press conferences, product launches. We actually have somebody in the US, a professor, that uses this to teach his class. So, it's an incredible product that can be used for any industry. And you can customize it, you can put your own NFTs on the walls, you can I had a meeting with a luxury brand and I knew I wanted to show them the penthouses, so I put some images of their products and videos of their ads and everything, and they really loved it because they can really customize it the way they want it. Also, just so you know, because we've had such a success with those penthouses, we are really ramping up on the Metaverse side, and we have like an official partnership with the people who helped us build those penthouses, and so now we are really becoming builders and developers of the Metaverse. So any kind of company that's looking into creating Metaverse experience is welcome to come work with us. So this is a little video of Christian Lacroix, the fashion brand who took over one of our penthouses and turned it into, a Christian Lacroix penthouse. Also, what's very convenient with this is that those penthouses, they come as an NFT. So they sit in your NFT wallet, and then anybody that you send the website link to will be able to enter your website, your penthouse, sorry. So we have also a lot of clients that decide to buy in bulk the penthouses to give them as corporate gifting or to their clients, so that they start having their employees and the clients getting into the Metaverse space, but in a very easy and smooth way, because to use this is extremely, extremely simple. Now, I keep talking about our incredible community. So in terms of like the alpha and the SIA, so the original NFTs we launched, the alphas, it's 1,200 wallets, and the CI is 386. So those are like really, really the VIPs. But then of course, when I say, we sold out in 48 hours or in 5 minutes, it's because our community is a lot bigger than that. So we have 90,000 people, members on Discord. We have 190,000 followers on Twitter, and we have over 200,000 email addresses. Now, I know in Web3, sometimes we don't always know. It's a bit obscure who is behind the project. So you can see a bit more background on us. So we are 28 full-time employees. We are 7 executives, so like myself from luxury, or from KPMG, Deloitte, so a lot of impressive backgrounds. And then we have over 10 people on our tech team. When a brand comes to work with us, we have an NFT drop management team, meaning that they will have somebody dedicated to them to make sure the project is super smooth from the beginning to the end. And then we have a Metaverse team, so it's people who literally spend their days analyzing all the metaverses, trying them, and that's how we pick where we're going to do our next project. So for example, that's how we picked spatial. And then of course we have a marketing team. And that's it for me. So if you have any questions, let me know.
That was amazing, and thank you, Sophie. So does anybody in the audience out there have any questions for Sophie? I guess you've been at the stand all day answering all your questions already.
Yeah. I was going to say, otherwise, if you have questions, we have a booth, so don't hesitate to come talk to me.
Sophie, just one maybe. So you've mentioned that you have this capability of pre-registration so that people they don't have to necessarily be at that particular time and minting. Yeah. But then how do you deal with priority? What if there's because your NFTs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it really depends on the project and the mechanics of the drop. So of course, our alpha and TIA community will always be a priority. And sometimes the brands also have, their whitelist people, right? But those people will get the option. We launched this for the penthouses, right? So it's quite new, but they had the ability to prepay it in advance. So they were the first ones to be able to access this. So it really depends on the mechanics of that drop and that project. But that's an option we offer because we see for the penthouses, 30% of the sales happen that way.
Thank you. First off, that was an incredible, super interesting presentation. Provide context, my name is Lola Ortiz. I'm executive director for a marketing firm called Smart Cookie Media, but we have a second company called InPeak, that's a Web3 education platform. The marketing is for luxury brands, however, the other one is full-on Web3. So I sort of sit at that intersection knowing what Web3 is, but living in the Web2 world with luxury brands, trying to tell them, this is the future, by the way. Yeah. So since you work in business development and you have these amazing brands that have jumped in on the future of the internet, how did you guys educate these audiences and how do you flip that switch, basically?
So, first, we have a lot of credibility in terms of background. So the CCO and also co-founder did 10 years at Cartier. He opened Goyard in the US. And you heard also my background, LVMH, Hermès, Richemont. So there's immediately trust because we speak their language. We've seen those companies. So we really understand them and also the clients. So they know we won't put out something that's, if we were inside the brand and that wouldn't be on brand, we would never do it. And then, a lot of meetings I've stepped out afterwards, they send me messages or they told me, it's the first time that we understand what NFTs and Metaverse is and how we can use it. Because we really see how we talk their language. I talked about CRM, for example, or I talk about bringing value to the customers. So it's really removing all it sounds very obscure, people, they say, oh, what is NFT, what is this? And we really clarify everything so that there's no point that they don't understand. Pretty much we take them by the hand.
Any more questions? No, awesome. Thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you for coming down.